Here's cold. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. So, today we're here to work on the Aries male. What has God done for you lately? Aries male. You probably don't know, but we're about to tell you. Okay? Alright, so, Most High God, please block anybody trying to interfere with this reading. Do step in and deliver your messages to we, your children. Thank you. Alright, so Aries male. Let us see. Please. Let us see, let us saw. It's the wrong way around. Yes. Are you ready? We ready? No. Okay, so let's see what they did to you. You were offended. You didn't deserve it, Aries male. And God was like, oh, hell nah, you ain't gonna do my boy like that. So let's see. I said, I'm gonna fuck you up on my boy's behalf. I promise you. So let's see what God did. But first of all, what did they smell? What have they done? And what did you do to them for what they done to? Okay. Alright, Aries. Let's go. God be in the background working on our behalf, even without recognition, even without our permission. There's some instances where God wants to be invited in the situation, but some instances God, the law, divine law is already set, so karma comes naturally, you know. That's how the universe is set up. So God had already provided for us long before we could ever imagine. God's law isn't like man's law. God's law work. Okay? God's law isn't biased. It doesn't take sides, and you can't bribe anybody to override God's law. This shit is unheard of. It will never happen unless God wants it to happen. It never happened. Let's see what they did to you. Aries male. guess God was into new things today. So I am ready to try to do this right. That's the subject matter. So somebody was ready to try to do something right. Let's see what they did to you, Aries male. Let's check these. Let's check this one. Okay, so they're all in the upright. Okay, so I'm ready to try to do this right. That was the subject matter. Okay. So we got, I want a serious relationship, just not with you. And then we have, I knew you were the one for me before I met you. Sound like a setup to me. You want a serious relationship, but not with Aries male, but yet you knew you were the one for them before you met them. Who told you about the Aries male? And we got, I don't want a serious relationship. And you didn't even want a serious relationship. So you just came into Aries male lying, telling them about you want a serious relationship with them. When somebody sent you in. You never wanted a serious relationship in the first place. Sound like a setup to me. You know? Let's see the underlying issue. So we got, I want to change my player ways. I trust you. Love. But I lack self-confidence. I'm ready to build a business with you. Or were you the business, Aries male, like Leo male was yesterday in his story? Leo male was the job. I don't know, that's how it looks. I am ready to build a business with you. Now we got, I cannot promise that I will never break your heart again, but I promise to try very, very hard not to. Okay. I was being overly protective of me, of myself. I didn't realize you were the one for me. Interesting. I want to love you in the best way. All these nice cards, while I'm saying them, it just feels so off. It's like they're being said, but they're not connecting. So it's like there's some kind of repellent. So when these nice words are being said, it's like a deflection, like it's just getting slapped back. That's the vibe I'm getting. We got, my ego got the better of me. I never want to see you again. Two more. I'm sorry. And sex. So after all the confusion, I just erase all of that with some sex. After slapping away all your beautiful words and your proclamation of love, I just give you some sex and you forgot that I treated you like shit. Like every time that we have a disagreement, or I feel like my mask is slipping and you can see that I'm actually a she-devil in your life, I just give you some sex and you forget all about our drama. And I go back to treating you like shit again because I don't want a serious relationship. And yeah, interesting. But we started off with the subject matter being I want to try to do this right. So, Aries male, you were in the mind frame to actually be a good man. Maybe you would never be in like a honest man in a relationship. You would never taken a relationship or a woman as seriously as you should. You actually wanted to build with this person. So the one time that you try to actually be the kind of man that you know you're supposed to be, this is what you get. I want to change my player ways. You wanted to be the best version of yourself. The subject matter was I want to try to do this right. So this girl don't even know how fortunate she was. And she just played with the opportunity. Sex, and then that's followed by money. And all is forgiven. Yeah, I'm ready to build a life with you. So the games begin again, and then let's keep digging, because the games begin again. Then bet you there's gonna be uh some hate kind of messages coming out where it's like I'm only playing with your feelings type energy. So after y'all get vexed with each other and whatnot, and they feel you slipping away, they put some good sex on you, and maybe they help you get some money or something somehow, or maybe they take your money because maybe you love to spend money on this person. Yeah, and we got I'm ready to build a life with you. So yeah, that's them reeling you back in. Then I don't want to change my player ways. You see, I two cards. She's like, nah, I'm not gonna stop playing with you. I'm gonna keep playing with you. I'm just playing games with your mind. Yeah, so yeah, I lied when I was being all lovey-dovey with you and shit, you know? So I think that's pretty straightforward. I just might be able to do two signs in this reading. That was quite straightforward and quick. Yeah. Yeah. And this is why men be treating women like shit. But my friend, how you get over this is you treat a hoe like a hoe. You treat a bitch like a bitch. You treat a queen like a queen. You treat a good woman like a good woman, and you won't have no problems. Okay? Someone who loves you, you will see that reflected in how they treat you. Okay? And if a woman love you and the way that she treats you doesn't seem very much like love because she's terrible at love, it's either you're going to stick with her and y'all learn how to love together, or you can just send her on her way because you just can't be bothered. Because you're just figuring it out yourself. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Because some people they want to love, but they just don't know how because it's not a regular thing for them. The world doesn't normalize loving each other and being good to each other. The world normalizes being a snake. The world normalizes using each other. That's what's the norm. Okay, but the world is changing and there's more and more people who are deciding, I don't want to be like that. That shit hurt. Okay, because it's okay when you're the one that's serving up this horrible behavior. It's a completely different vibe when you're on the receiving end of this horrible behavior. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of people are realizing, damn, is that what that felt like? To be rejected, to be used and abused, for somebody to act like they love you, but you never loved me? You were just pretending all this? Yeah. Yeah. Heartbreak, my dear. Heartbreak. So, by a lot of people experiencing some of the shit that they were taught to put out, causing people to decide, I don't want that in my life. Yeah, that's a no from me. But now you got to realize that you may have come to a realization that that's not how you want to be, but there are a lot of people out there who are getting the same shitty teachings as you, because if you're ready to do this right in this relationship, then that means for the longest while you were doing things wrong. So you were also a user, you were also an abuser, but you decided, I don't want to be that anymore, which is good for you. But you have to realize that the world around you is full of people who haven't seen the light yet. They're still on game, unfortunately. So chances are you're going to run into a female that's on game rather than run into a female who is about trying to do this right as well. If you do run into your opposite counterpart that's, well, the opposite sex who is willing to do it right, then consider it a blessing. Okay, God did that, because the chances are you gonna run into the gamers, the players, the female players. Okay, we out here. Well, not me, because I'm a little bit I don't play, I leave. Yeah, I don't play, I leave. Okay, that's how I get down. I don't play, I leave, because I'm great without the fucking drama. Because my motto is, if you coming into my life don't make it better than what it was without you in it, you don't need to be in it. You should not be in it, and I will not be letting you into it, because I love my peace. I love to spend my money on myself and people who actually are loving me back, not people who are giving me problems, telling me you love me, but yet still I always feel hurt by you. Make yourself make sense. Okay? Me not having a man, I don't need to wash for nobody but myself. I don't need to clean for nobody but myself. I don't need to cook for nobody but myself. I don't need to exist for anybody but myself. I don't need to tell you where I'm going. I could go wherever I want to go, when I want to go. I could be, I'm just free. So why I want to bring you in my life because you a man, or because you're a woman, for me to have all these restrictions or have to do all this consideration about you and your feelings and who you are and what you got dealing with and how my actions are going to affect your life, and you're not even worth it. You don't bring me joy. You don't bring me peace. You don't protect me. You don't take care of me. You cheat on me. You lie to me. You use other people to make me feel jealous. You talk to me as if I don't deserve to be spoken to with respect. You know? You don't make the effort to give me reason to love you. So you don't need to be here. And you know what I realize is we be liking people. Like when we first meet people, we like people. But it's when we get to know them, we realize, you know what? I was wrong for liking you. But it's because we meet people's representative. We need to normalize knowing that. When you first meet someone, that's not the real person, that's their representative. What you need to do is spend more time. So it's like before you decide you really want to take a person serious, you need to spend time around them to get to know them. See what they're like when they're angry. See how they treat people who they feel like they don't need. See how they deal with people who are good to them that they see as beneath them. See the things that they value. Learn the things that they like to do, like privately, or their own personal, you got your own personal hobbies or personal little likes and dislikes and shit like that. Because We be liking people at first when we meet them, only to realize a couple months in, I don't like you. We need to figure out how to do this relationship thing properly because we fucking up. For real. I don't know if we need to go back to what they were doing in the past. Because in the past, I feel like there was less sex. You had to wait for the sex, you had to earn the sex. Okay? We don't need to be meshing our energies together if I'm not sure if I want you to stay. But then the thing is, if you do that, then these motherfuckers gonna pretend for even longer. If you wait like a year to give them the sex, then they just gonna hide who they are for the whole year until you give them the sex, and then it's like, now I don't need to behave because I already had it. Unless they like it, then they behave a little bit longer. But it's like, I don't know how we gonna fix this, y'all. I really don't. If I come up with any ideas, I'll run it by you. Look like we have to do a reading on that part. But I feel like it's just a complex journey. And the thing is, not everybody's formula is going to be the same because depending on who you are and where you're coming from, how you've been raised, how you think, all these things matter. So it's like trying to get into a good relationship is going to be very challenging. And then we have to realize that there are going to be ups and downs. There are going to be days when you're probably not happy with each other, okay? Because nobody's perfect. We're going to have to learn how to forgive. We're going to have to sharpen our gift of discernment to know when somebody is actually worth it, even though they're imperfect. Like, yeah, you're imperfect, but are you worth my time, though? Are you worth the effort that it takes for us to build a good rapport or relationship with each other? Should I keep you in my life? Should I invest my time and my money and my emotions into you? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, if let's say my parents don't like you, should I invest my energy into like getting them off you? Like, are you worth it though? That's it's not easy, okay? So if you're trying to build a long lasting, happy, healthy, successful relationship, just know that it's not gonna be easy. In the first place, you have to find the right person. So it's like you have to vet people, you have to like analyze people to see if they're even worth you considering investing your time and your energy into them on a serious level. If you just want to sex, then that's fine. That don't take much work at all. But if it's somebody that you want to include in your life, who's gonna become a part of your family, who you're gonna have a family with, who you're gonna be sharing financial resources with, who you're gonna be growing with, somebody that you're going to depend on when you're sick, then that takes a lot more consideration. You can't fuck up on that. Because if you choose the wrong person, then you choose a person who is not going to care for you when you're sick. They only want to be with you when things are good. So when you got money, yeah, I love you. Yeah, I'm going to be with you. But then if something happened to you and you fall on hard times, like you don't have as much money, then their love also dwindles. I need somebody who's going to love me if I'm rich and love me if I'm poor. Because sometimes we up, sometimes things happen and I'm down. But I don't mean I'm gonna stay down because I have no intentions to stay down. So are you gonna love me while I'm down and I'm trying to get myself back up? Can I trust you to do that? You know? Or are you going to desert me because I'm down right now and you don't see me as ever being able to rise again? And as a matter of fact, you don't even love me enough to help me psychologically or emotionally or intellectually, educationally, socially by introducing me to the right people to get up again. You were just riding me like a jackass, and now that I'm my foot broke, now you're gone. Serious relationships are a very complicated thing. Okay, so it's good to want one because once you get it right, it lasts for a very long time. And even if it doesn't last forever, it pushes you forward, because it's so much easier to go through life when you have somebody who cares for you, and somebody who, because it's like one head is good, but two heads are better than one. So they know what you're into, and it's like sometimes you may not be seeing clearly. They could give you input or insight, because like they say, you can't see the picture when you're in the frame, but somebody standing off in a distance, they can see, like if you're making a mistake, or if you're not considering something that you should consider. They can see where you're messing up and causing yourself to not have the kind of success that you are after. You see what I'm saying? So it is a good thing, but it's not an easy thing to achieve. And that's why we have to invite God into it, because we're trying to see everything for our own self, when really and truly people be hiding very well. Okay? And sometimes you meet good people, but they come from a bad background. They got a lot of negative influences around them. So that poses a problem too. So there's so many things that you need to consider. There's so many challenges that will arise when you're trying to construct a healthy, happy, successful, long-lasting relationship. It's not easy, okay? It's not easy. So let's see what the karma is. What did God do to her on your behalf for playing with you like this? Because if she knew she was the one, or if she knew that you were the one for her before she met you, like, that sounds like some devious shit. Who the fuck sent you, though? That's what I want to ask her. Like, who sent you? Somebody sent you. You were targeted, Aries. According to the cards that came out, I would conclude that you were targeted. Okay? It's like, why did she want to target you, though? Why did she want to come into your life and play with you? What do you have? It said sex and it had money. So perhaps you have money. And so she was just playing nice with you and giving you good sex so that she could keep using you like you're an ATM. Ladies, 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 ladies. Y'all need to stop doing this to the men. Y'all need to stop using men for their money. Ladies, I'm talking to you. Y'all need to stop using men for their money. If we want to allow the men to become better versions of themselves, they're going to need our support. First of all, by us not using them. If we want them to stop using us, somebody's gonna have to be the bigger person in the equation and stop using them. Unless you have made it abundantly clear that this is a transactional relationship. There's a difference. If you want to use the man for him money, be straight and tell the man, yo, me no love you cause me no know you like that. But you got some money and I need some money. I got some honey and you need some honey. So if you want to, we can do a switcheroo. Okay? Be straight up. So although we have this culture where men use women for their bodies and women use men for their monies, we can make it work by being honest with each other. And if the status change to a point where you feel like you end up having feelings for each other, then you need to say that. And y'all need to have a discussion. If he feels the same way or if she feels the same way, then you're working with something. But if you start developing feelings and the other person don't feel the same, then it's a no-go. It's not time for you to turn psycho. Okay? A no is a no. It's unfortunate that you developed feelings, but you need to handle that. Because the other person don't feel the same way. And you can't force them to love you. You need to know your boundaries and act accordingly. Stop acting like y'all are fucking crazy out here. Take responsibility for yourself and your own actions. Love is something that is freely given. If you feel like a prisoner in your relationship and they're telling you you love you, it's not love, it's a lie. It's control. Love heals. Love does not hurt. Because if a person is putting you in a state of fear to make you stay with them, or if they're using money to make you stay with them, or anything else to make you stay with them, it's not love. That person is being selfish. A person who loves you is going to want to see you happy, even if that happiness is not with them. They truly want to see you happy. And if you get with somebody else beside them and that person isn't treating you right, they have a problem with that person. Because they know how good you are. And for whatever reason, they can't be your lover or your partner, your woman or your man, your husband or your wife, your girlfriend or your boyfriend. But they don't want to see nobody abuse you. And they themselves, they won't abuse you either. When you have conflict, there's going to be a specific way that the conflicts are resolved. Even if you have to invite a third party. That's called making the effort. Y'all need to recognize love. Love heals. It doesn't hurt you. And if somebody who loves you find out that they're hurting you, they try their best to understand the situation and rectify. They take action to rectify the situation. Somebody that say they love you and you tell them that they're hurting you in this way or that way and they just keep handing you more of the same and they're still telling you that they love you, that's falsehood. Their actions and their words don't match. The signs be right there, but we don't be clocking on quick enough. But you see, a lot of this stems from our dissatisfaction with being by ourselves. A lot of us don't want to be alone. And that makes us put up with less than we deserve. It's not right, but it's okay. I'm gonna make it anyway. Yeah, I am so glad for the opportunity to come on the internet and just share on the internet, because it's harder when you're talking to people that's right in front of your face. I'm a whole well of knowledge, and the people around me, they took me for granted. They thought I was stupid. They treated me like I was stupid, like I didn't know what I was talking about. Like, so I just stopped talking to people. I stopped talking to humans face to face. It was hard to find humans who were interested in the wealth of knowledge that was buried within me for years. But I learned quickly, stop talking to them. Stop talking to them. They don't care about what you're saying. Stop talking to them. Now I get to say what I have to say, and the people who actually value what I have to say, they find me on the World Wide Web. Now when I speak, I'm listened to by people who want to listen to what I have to say. People who see the value in what I have to say. Not people who would take me for granted or try to make me feel like I'm crazy or there's something wrong with me for the things that I believe and the things that God has put inside of me to teach. Fuck y'all. Stop talking to them. Because they think they're smarter than me. And it's not a competition, but look at your lives. Look at mine. Although I have all these motherfuckers on my trail, I got the US government making me a target. My friends and family, they group up together to try and bring my life down to fucking smithereens, to ash. And yet still, my life is better than yours. I'm happier than you. I got more peace than you. Look at your lives with all your friends and your family around and all your... I'm sorry, I'm just having a moment. You got all these friends and family around. You have the freedom to make money. I don't. You have your bank account still. I don't. You have your passport still. You could go where you like. I can't. You can take trips and you can buy clothes and you can throw parties and you actually have people that would come to your parties, and yet still your life still suck. And mine is beautiful. Better than yours. But y'all go around for years telling each other that I'm crazy. I'm crazy. Because I'm willing to stand up for myself. That makes me crazy. Because I'm willing to speak truth out loud. That means I'm crazy. Speak truth out loud in a society where speaking truth is an abomination. Man, fuck you. Who's gonna run this town? It's not the motherfuckers who think they do. This is God's. Sorry, I just had to deliver a quick PSA to all those who made it their life's work to try and ruin my life's work. You're still lost, bitches. I'm still that bitch. I am still her. I am still she. My life is still better than yours. Your children don't even love you. Mine love me. Your children are failures. Mine is not. And I'm the crazy one. Time has revealed the results of the pathway that I took in life and the pathway that you took in life. Look at your life. Look at my life. Malika could have left me long time ago. Why didn't Malika leave me? When you people do your little tricks on me, somehow it's not affecting Malika, but it's affecting my health. So you give Malika the antidote and you do shit to me to affect my health, yet Malika still chose to stay with me. She chose not to see me as a crazy person who don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Although what I'm complaining about, she can't smell it, she can't sense it, it's not making her sneeze, not making her cough, not making her vagina do anything weird, nothing. Everything is just happening to me, and we're in the same house, breathing the same air, eating the same food, drinking the same water and shit, but shit's happening to me and it's not happening to her, and she still chose to believe me. Soldier. Bless Malika. I give God thanks for my daughter. Yeah. The one good thing Jackai helped me out with. Y'all think that Malika would have chosen you. So why did Malika choose to stick with me through all this madness? She even suffer. She don't have a social life. She has to spend her money to support myself and herself. This has affected her in ways. She has to watch her mother cry, watch her mother suffer, watch her mother get treated unfairly on a daily for years. And she still chose to stick with me. She compliments me and she admires me because she understands. Why did she choose to stick with me instead of go out there and be a sellout with the rest of you? She could have gone out there and she could have been making so much money right now. Only God knows what y'all would have done to her. You probably would have turned her into a prostitute. So I'm not saying that her life, if she left me, that her life would have been better. It would have been worse, no doubt. Because she would have been made to do things that go against her own conscience. Because that's how y'all live. Y'all try to silence your conscience. That's how you sleep at night. But God creates circumstances where you can't silence your fucking conscience anymore, bitch. You have to look at yourself in the mirror for what you are, what you have done, what you are doing. The shit. No, not shit, because shit is manure. I've decided. The trash that you are. You're just a pile of trash. Malika is better off here in the fire with me. Because y'all ain't living no life out there. Y'all are just pretending. Back to you. Sorry. I had to get that out of my system, you know. Help me to function. I just felt like it was the right time to speak to my haters a little bit now. Oh, yes. So let's see. What did God do on your behalf, Aries male? Thank you for your patience. And I'm so sorry I had to do that. But it happens from time to time. But these are the things that be bothering me and changing my energy. So if I don't let them out and send them to whom they belong, then I it's trapped inside of me, and then I'm not as happy as I want to be when I come on. I'm not as bubbly as I want to be. I'm not as communicative as I want to be. So I might as well just let that fucking dirty energy go to who it belongs so they can hear me loud and clear so that we can continue our good vibration over here. Yeah. That's not my burden to carry. They needed to hear that shit. Y'all losers. Okay. I'm not gonna go too deep into my situation, but just for the haters, look, we gotta hide. Listen to your intuition. Y'all can't hide from the truth. Y'all know. Y'all know. Characteristics. You're trashy. Your characteristic is trash. You know you're trash. You're all trash for fighting against me. Instead of standing with me and standing for the right, y'all choose to fucking fight me down. As if I'm the problem with society. Y'all help the problem with society fight me down. Instead of standing up for yourselves against the ills of society. You're fucking trash. You're trash. You are complicit in your slavery. You help to perpetuate your slavery. And then y'all want to talk about how y'all want to talk about this and talk about that. Don't worry, I'll stand by myself against the ills of society. I'll stand by myself against the whole fucking government. As you can see, we are not the same. I stood and I made it. It's Clobbering time. Shit. Say I'm crazy for standing up against the government. You're crazy for not standing up against them. You're crazy for helping them to enslave you and everybody that you love. Like a paycheck. You're a coward. You are cowards. We are not the same. That's why I'm a be a rich bitch. I deserve it. I'm gonna have so much money, I'm gonna have to start a bank. God already told me that, and I can see that shit happening. I'm gonna have to start a bank. I can't handle all this money just me by myself. It's too much money. Cup full and overflowing. I deserve it. I suffered 18 years. And you know what, y'all? I don't even want to sue the US government. That's how I feel. I don't know what God planned for me, but I don't want to sue them. I know if I go into their courts of injustice, I'm going to be a miracle in that court because God's not going to make me lose. I know that. But me, I'm too brilliant and talented to have to get, like, to go waste my time suing people for funds. I'm not desperate or in a rush to be rich. I'm cool. I got gifts and talents that I'm going to use. I want to make my own money. I don't even want it. I don't want nobody leaving me no, what do you call them thing? Inheritance. I don't want no inheritance from nobody. Me don't want nobody left me no house. Don't leave me no money. I don't want nothing from anybody. I don't want no payout from the US government. I don't know how God is gonna want me to play that part, but my personal desire, I want nothing to do with them. All I want is to be left alone. Just leave me alone. Take off the blocks off my phone so I can communicate with the outside world and run my businesses. When I go out to advertise my business, do not try to interfere with me. Okay? Stop telling the doctors and nurses not to give me proper attention. Stop telling the dentist to fucking ruin my teeth. Stop spreading propaganda on my name. Stop trying to ruin that. This is what I want. Stop poisoning me with the water. Stop poisoning me with the air. Stop poisoning me with my phone. You know? Give me my passport. Give me my birth certificate without any problems. Give me back my bank account so I can start to save money in my bank account and receive my payments from my clients and whatnot in my bank account. Allow me. Let me run my businesses. I don't need your money. I could do it myself. I did it myself several times. How many times have I started my own business and taken care of myself financially? And I've never had to listen. Since I was an adult, since 2001, I haven't had to, when I understood the concept of having a business or making my own money, I haven't had to rely on anybody. I was quite willing to pay my own way. If I wasn't paying my own way, it's because somebody said, no, it's okay. I'm willing to work and make my own money. I don't need no lawsuit and all that fuckery there. I'm competent to run my businesses. I'll figure it out. I don't want your money. I don't want no inheritance. So if anybody ever left me any inheritance and y'all stole it, keep it. Keep it. Because you can't do any better. When that run out, you finished too. Because you're too stupid and incompetent and lacking in self-confidence to create a lucrative fucking legal business that lasts for generations. You can't do it. So you can keep the little bumbleclad house. You can keep the little thousands of dollars or whatever the fuck it is. Keep it. I don't need it. We don't call that money over here. We don't call that money over here. Hey, y'all don't even know me. You never did. And y'all thought you could make me into what you thought of me. Never. We run this. God run this. We don't call that money over here. That's crumbs. Okay, that's it now. Let's get back to Aries. That's it, 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 Most High, please. That's it, that's it, that's it, that's it. That's it. Aries and the stupid bitch. What did you do to this stupid woman? Aries male and the stupid bitch. The stupid bitch of the West. Aries male and the stupid bitch of the West. What's this? I didn't say it. Aries male and the stupid bitch of the West. She was a reptilian, Aries, bruv. She was a reptilian. Look. Changed educational system. She became a reptilian. Somebody helped to make her into a reptilian. It might have been her mama and her aunties and her grandmama and whatnot. These fucking girls nowadays, they can't help it. They don't have no good role models. Okay? They don't have no good role models. And then they fucking same grandmother and grandmother, the same grandma, mother and aunties and them, they're the same ones to talk about how men ain't shit. Men are a waste of space. What the fuck are you doing to help to encourage the men to become the best versions of their fucking self? You already know that the men got some bad ways. Fine. How are you contributing to them manifesting the better version of themselves, granny? Mommy? auntie. Look at what you chose to do. You chose to train your daughter to be hateful towards a man who, fortunately, wanted to treat her in a way that the three of you have never even been treated by any man in your life. The man was actually trying to do the right thing. Aries male was trying to do the right thing. And y'all trained your daughters to just fuck with any and every man in a disrespectful way. And she just ruined her chances at something that the three of you fucking old witches never had. That's what you did. By listening to you, she just ruined her chances. But then Aries male, it's good that this girl is gone, because no matter how good you treat her, her mother, her hating ass mother, grandmother, and aunties, they would have never put themselves out to make a good comment about anything that you do. As soon as you make a mistake, they're gonna hold that mistake over your head, and they're gonna be in her ear saying every negative thing, and her stupid ass most likely would have been listening to them anyway, so the relationship would have dissolved into nothingness anyway, because she don't have no positive role models around her. It's just toxic. And if they can't get to talk shit in her ear, they'll just try to set you up. Some of them go that far. Especially if they see you treating her good, and some of them are just hateful, that even if you are treating them good and they know that you're treating their daughter or granddaughter or niece good, they'll still do shit to try and tempt you and just bring out your worst nature, so that they could say to her, you see, look, when all the time behind the scenes, they're pulling fucking strings like a puppet. Wicked. So it's good that she's gone. That in itself is good karma for you. They wouldn't know how to appreciate you and help nurture you and guide you to becoming a better version of a man than what you've been taught and had been practicing to be. Okay, so here we are, Aries male. Subject matter, a new lifestyle. Okay. She wanted to use you for a new lifestyle. You got the funds to fund her new lifestyle. She said, "What's love got to do? Got to do with it." Her grandma, aunties, and them be asking her, "What's love got to do? Got to do with it?" And can I just say, a lot of these women were made because they were giving their love only to receive the men's worst. So now you brought out the worst in these grannies and these mummies and these aunties. That's why a lot of them, they became like that. But I'm not saying that to justify their behavior, because if they get like that, they're just going to bring out even another level of bad in the men. And then what's the women gonna do? Turn up another level of evil on the men? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, at what point does this stop? Somebody has to be the adult in the situation and put a stop to men and women trying to outdo each other when it comes to who can be the most conniving, who could be the most abusive, or who can use the other the most. If we want it to stop, we're gonna have to make it stop. You don't make it stop by becoming what you hate. You hated the way that the men treated you, but you became it. So now the men are gonna hate the way that you're treating them, and they're gonna become what nonsense you became because of how you were treated. And they're gonna keep going on and on and on. All y'all can miss me. Me no want no man who has been traumatized by this kind of treatment. Don't apply. No, I don't want you. I'm not dealing with it. Thank you very much. You all can stay out there in your snake pit and snake each other if that's how you miss me with that nonsense, please. Because I'm not gonna snake you. I'm either gonna walk away, and if I try to walk away and you don't want to let me go, I am going to murder you. I promise. I'm not the one to try and intimidate and force into staying in a relationship. It will not end well for you. It may not end well for me, but I'm sure it not gonna end well for you. Don't try it with me. Please miss me with the nonsense. Okay? Another public service announcement. Let's see what God did to this stupid bitch that was made stupid by her grannies and her aunties and her grandma, who were made stupid by the men who came into their life and hurt them and made them say, you know, I'm not going to give my love to no man again, ever. Yeah, it's the pain that turned these women. So men, you need to take responsibility. Now your sons are suffering. Your nephews are suffering. They're suffering for how you treated the elders. Years and years and years of cooking and washing your dirty shitty underpants. And then you want to have a whole family outside. Splitting my time, splitting my money. And then the kids that we have, they don't really see you. They don't really get to grow up with you like that. The children that you have outside are living better lives, wearing more expensive garments and whatnot than the one that you had with me, your original wife. That hurt. That can turn a woman bitter. And they don't want their daughter or their granddaughter to go through that shit. And hence, we have women like the one who decided to use you when you were actually ready to show her love. Let's see what her karma is. The subject matter is a new lifestyle. Hopefully she see the error of her ways. So we got the reptilian, height, and new identity, new lifestyle, new identity. At the bottom of the deck, we got a new name. What is this? Thug life. What's love got to do? Got to do with it. So, what's her karma? What's this saying? Let's read the underlying issue. So, thug, new name, thug life, fake certificate. 41 to 60 years. Ah, Nephilim, that's a change. That's nice. Karma or justice for playing with your feelings and lying to you and shit. Feeding you that shit. Food, educational. Change the educational. Wow, this person. Oh, this is good. Let me give you a hand, lady. You found your way. Okay? So, what this is saying is she realized that this reptilian height is like, I've taken it as far as I want to go. I've been as uncaring as much as I'm going to allow it to affect my destiny in a negative way. Because it's like, she realized that she just messed up an opportunity. Like I said, like, you are about to make the effort to be the kind of man that her grandma and mommy and whatnot only dreamt of, only hoped for, thought they got, only to realize that dude was on that thug shit, player vibe. Okay? So it's like she realized that I've taken this, I've listened to my granny and my auntie and all these people, I've taken it as far as I could go. I've reached the height. And now it's time for newness. It's time for me to change my life, bro. I'm not walking that path anymore. Like, oh, I feel like clapping for her again. Whew. And the change begins. So now, Miss Lady, remember, you may have seen the light, but there are a lot of people out there still in the darkness. Don't go out in the darkness without your night vision. Your night vision goggles. Okay? Or else they just gonna make you say, man, fuck this shit, I'm gonna be a thug again. Because I tried to do this right. It only works when you try to do it right with someone who is equally trying to get it right. Okay? So if you're ready for a serious relationship, it doesn't mean anything unless the person that you're with is also ready for a serious relationship. You can't do it by yourself. Both people have to be in agreement, equally yoked. Okay? And once you pass that stage, then you still have to look at your own personalities. Can we mesh our personalities? So there's a whole lot of work that need to go into it. And that's why I say, keep your dick in your pants. Close your legs. Don't let the sex interfere with it. Get to know each other first. First, even discern if the person is seriously into getting into a real relationship or not. Because some people be pretending just so they can. I swear. We need to have a court system for people who do that. We need to have a relationship court. Not just a divorce court. Not just a family court. We need to have a relationship court to regulate how we deal with each other as boyfriend, girlfriend, fuck friend, all the friends. We need to have an actual legal court office to deal with just regular relationships. We need it because we need help to regulate our behavior in relationships. Yeah. So the underlying issue why she's changing is because we got a new name, thug life, fake certificate. So she realized that this thug life is fake. Okay? At age 41 to 60 years. So now she wants to be Nephilim energy Nephilim energy is the good energy. Reptilian and Nephilim are two completely opposite sides. I know in society they teach us that the Nephilim are so evil, but they're not. It's not true. The Nephilim are the good guys. The reptilians are the ones that are in their animalistic nature, and the Anunnaki are the ones that could either swing this way or that way. The Anunnaki is more beauty or beast. It's like which side of me you want me to give you. But the reptilians, they're like beast mode all day, every day. The Nephilim, we're reasonable people all day, every day. If we fuck you up, it's because you earned it. Not because we just swaying our emotions. Now you earned that. Okay. So yeah, so she's found her way to being more sensible. And that's karma. So it's like she now want to exercise doing things right. It's like she is trying to put karma out into the world for playing with you. So like I said again, Miss Lady, don't just give that good vibe to anybody. Okay? If you want to be nice to somebody to make atonement for what you did to this Aries male, it's only gonna work if you give it to somebody who is open to receiving this kindness, or else they're going to use you and abuse you the same way that you did to Aries male. Okay, so it's very noble of you to want to give some karma or some proper justice, good justice, because Nephilim karma, you put those two together, that's good justice. So she want to do some good to someone. Maybe it's to you, Aries male, for toying with you. So maybe she want to try and get it right. I'm hearing, yeah. Well, if it worked, then freaking great on YouTube, because shit, she almost missed the fucking boat. That's if you even want her at all, because now you've been traumatized. It's like, how can I trust you? She's like, I'm a new person. I got new identity. I'm not gonna do it again, I swear. Y'all gonna have to have those deep conversations about who the hell told you to be like that? Who taught you to be like that? Yeah. And whoever taught her to be like that, shit, you need to have less time with that person, because you see how that person think. And I'm not perfect. I'm a man. I'm not used to living my life like this. I'm trying to get it right, and we don't need that negative energy around us to confuse us. So if we're going to be serious about trying to have this relationship and actually try and experience what having a proper relationship is like, without the cheating and without the lying, and actually supporting each other and doing our best to raise kids right, we're gonna have to keep all them negative Nancy's out of our life. Male and female negative Nancy's, they need to stay out, because they're gonna confuse us and make our way hard. So I don't know how you're gonna choose to go forward with this Aries male, but congratulations, at least she can love you from a distance if you choose not to allow her to get close to you. Okay, so her karma is to see the light. See the light. Reptilian height. She's taking this bad life as far as she want to go. Now she want to be a new person, bro. She's like, I'm not doing this shit no more. This is destructive. Yeah. So that's very good for her. I'm not gonna apologize for calling you all the names that I called you, though, because you were being that. You were being all those things. But now I know that you're changing. Now your name changes. New name. Okay? So congratulations for seeing the light, and I wish you the very best going forward. Thank you all so much for being here with me. Until next time, lovelies, take care of yourself and each other. Bye.